Hi, I'm Lisa. Welcome to Biblical Reality Check. In our previous video about Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, we discovered how an ego consciousness gets created in a quantum mind that must exist in a physical world, and how the Bible is an exploration of how that ego, or lack thereof, manifests in all kinds of external environments. In this video, we'll take a brief look at the allegory through the lens of the 18 universal laws. We'll explore how the act of creation reflects divine principles and how an ego consciousness distorts them. Each law reveals a contrast, for instance, between unity and separation, truth and illusion, harmony and disruption, and so on. This is not just a story of ancient origins, it's a mirror for our own lives, a symbolic map of how we align our consciousness with energetic laws or fall into ego static. Let's begin. Creation begins in unified harmony. Light, land, life, all pulsing in one good hum. Adam and Eve's ego fractures this unity, choosing pride over communion. Oneness is good because it binds reality in loving fairness. Ego isolates, severing the thread of unity. God's word vibrates creation into being. Light, life, and order pulse with high-frequency truth. The serpent's deception lowers the vibration. Ego chooses illusion, disrupting creation's pulse. Vibration is good when it fuels creation. Ego distorts the signal, replacing truth with illusion. Creation unfolds through intentional movement. God's words initiate purpose-driven change. Ego acts reactively, grasping from desire rather than aligning with divine will. Action is good when it flows from truth. Ego-driven action breaks harmony by serving self over source. Heaven mirrors earth. Spirit reflects form. Creation is a balanced echo of divine order. Ego severs this mirror, seeking godlike status without alignment. Correspondence is good when inner and outer realities reflect truth. Ego distorts the mirror, birthing illusion. Divine cause yields life-giving effect. Seeds bear fruit, light reveals day. Ego's cause yields exile, shame, and toil. Cause and effect are good when rooted in truth. Ego's choices ripple with distortion and disconnection. Creation balances opposites, light and dark, land and sea, male and female. Ego's theft from harmony demands consequence, toil, pain, and mortality. Compensation restores balance. Ego's imbalance triggers the need for correction. Truth attracts truth. Life multiplies in harmony, drawing like to like. Ego resonates with illusion, pulled by desire and deception. Attraction is good when aligned with truth. Ego attracts distortion by vibrating with illusion. Creation flows. Light becomes life. Breath animates dust. Energy is always moving. Ego hijacks this flow, turning divine spark into fear and blame. Energy creates when aligned with truth and reality. Ego transmutes it into destruction and illusion. God recognizes the eating of the fruit not merely as disobedience, but as the moment Adam and Eve's consciousness is fractured, when truth becomes relative. Eve's perception of good reveals the rise of ego, a shift from shared communion to self-referential judgment. Relativity emerges when individuals define good and evil through personal desire rather than divine rhythm, leading to divergent perceptions and conflicting realities. Creation holds opposites in balance: light, dark, sea, land, male, female. Ego rejects limits, swinging toward pride and power. Polarity is good when embraced as part of unity. Ego disrupts justice by tilting the scales. Evening and morning, seasons and cycles. Creation pulses with divine rhythm. Ego stalls the flow, introducing toil and imbalance. Rhythm is good when it sustains connection. Ego breaks the pulse, creating dissonance. Male and female reflect divine image, co-creative, complementary, balanced. Ego fractures unity into blame and hierarchy. Gender is good when it mirrors divine partnership. Ego distorts it into dominance and division. God speaks truth. Let there be, and it is so. Truth manifests reality. Ego believes the lie, choosing illusion over clarity. Truth is good because it aligns with reality. Ego prefers illusion, severing clarity. Creation unfolds in stages. Each day ripens life through divine timing. Ego grabs prematurely, bypassing the process of growth. Gestation is good because it nurtures emergence. Ego's haste short-circuits wisdom. God's intention births life, purposeful, aligned, and good. Ego's aim is self-elevation, not communion. Intention is good when it serves truth. Ego distorts creation's aim by serving pride. Creation honors limits, light and dark, work and rest. Ego denies guilt and takes excessively, leading to exile. Balance is good when it respects boundaries. Ego disrupts harmony through excess and denial. Creation evolves. Plants yield seed, creatures multiply, and life adjusts in harmony. Ego adapts through fear, covering, hiding, and blaming. Adaptation is good when rooted in truth. Ego adapts through distortion and defense. Creation's goodness flows from conscious alignment. God speaks and creation responds in full awareness of its source. Adam and Eve's ego clouds awareness. They choose illusion over clarity. They no longer see truth as it is, but as they wish it to be. Awareness is good when it perceives reality without distortion. Ego dims perception, replacing communion with confusion. In summary, creation's hum is not random. It pulses with intention, rhythm, and truth. The 18 universal laws reveal a blueprint for harmony, showing how reality sustains itself through balance, correspondence, and the divine order of universal law. Each law becomes a mirror, reflecting what is good when aligned with truth and what fractures when ego distorts perception. When Adam and Eve shift from communion to ego, they don't just break a rule, they disrupt the very architecture of creation. This mapping invites us to reawaken awareness, to see beyond surface choices, and recognize the negative consequences of disconnection. By restoring rhythm, embracing polarity, and honoring gestation, we return to the hum. The laws are not just cosmic mechanics, they are invitations to live in tune with reality's deepest song. Thanks for watching.